Hey everyone, in this video I want to help you feel like a pro when using Affinity by Canva. And one of the things that makes me feel like a pro is knowing the shortcuts. So in this video I'm going to share with you my top 17 shortcuts in Affinity by Canva. I've been using it for years and these are the ones that I've been using a lot. So let's get into Affinity by Canva right now and I'll show you some of the secrets for these shortcuts. Alright, so here I am in Affinity. I haven't opened up anything new yet, and that's because the first shortcut, quick keys, is opening up a new item. So one way to see all of these, by the way, I'm not going to go over all the shortcuts because there's a ton of them, but if you go to Affinity here and you scroll over, you can see right there, new. The shortcut key is Command N, and if you were using a PC, it would be Control N. So everything for Command is Control on PC, and I'll show you both of them on here. So let's do that for the first one. Hold down Command on your keyboard and N, click N, and there you go. It opens it up, brand new thing. Now you can pick any one of these. I already have my preset. There's no shortcut key for that, but you can save it and you can hit Create Document. The next thing I want to show you that's really helpful that I use a lot is these rulers. So you may not see them right away, and it's something you can toggle on and off, and that is with Command and then hit R. So I'm holding down Command right here and I'm hitting R. You'll notice the ruler goes away, comes back, goes away, comes back. And for PC it is Control R. So Command R or Control R depending what you're using. But the reason why I like the ruler is from the ruler you can drag the guides right here, and these guides can be vertical or horizontal. Just click in the ruler and drag it down, click in the ruler and drag it out and then let go, and that's how easy it is. So pretty cool. You can get rid of the guides, by the way, by dragging it off like this if you want to, or you have a view here with guides and it will show you all the guides. I like to just go delete, delete, and click on this one, delete, delete, and done. All right, so those are the two so far that I showed you, Command N or Control N and Command R for the rulers. Let's do another one. So when you have two things, let's put two things together here. I'm going to do just a square, but you can be whatever you want. And I'm going to color them different colors so we can see this. So now that I have this square, we can do a bunch of shortcut keys for them. So the first one I want to share with you is something you probably know is Command X, which is cut. So let me see, Command X. You can see it's gone from the artboard. It's being saved on the clipboard. You can't see it, but then you can put Command V, which is paste. Again, controller for PC. And then what's another one? Command C for copy. And then if I do Command V again, I put that same copy on here, right? So now that there's a copy of this everywhere, I can just hit Command V and we have another one and another one. Oh, by the way, this is a shortcut as well. So if I have something here, I can hold down Option, click on this object and drag it and make a copy too. So I don't have to do the Command V, Command C, Command X and all of that. If you really just want a copy of this thing, hold down Option, click on it and drag, and you can make a copy. So there are some really cool cuts and what was it? Cut, copy, paste, and oh, there's another one actually, which is Command J. So that's a duplicate. So if you already have this, you don't have to cut and paste. You can actually click on this, hit Command J, and you can see it's another one there. It just pastes it right over the top, so you may not see it, but you can see it here in the layers. So let me do that again. You'll see it pop up in front of it, Command J, boom. Now, actually, Command J knows where you moved it to. So here's a trick thing. So if you had this here, and let's say I used Option and dragged it down here. When I do Command J, it's going to know that I moved it the last time, so it's going to move it again. So it's duplicating the move as well as the object that I did. So that's why that other one moved it there. So hopefully that's not too confusing. So we did cut, copy, paste, duplicate, Option click, drag, and Command V actually is paste in front. So one of the things that I wanted to show you is it's not just paste, but it's actually going to paste it in the front of the thing that you copied. So let's make these different colors. I'm going to make one magenta, one cyan right here, and this one, let's make it yellow. So you can see what I'm talking about. So you can see this one is in the front now, right? But if I hit Command X and then hit Command V after clicking on this magenta one, it's going to go in front of the magenta one but behind the yellow one because it's just going up front. See the layer there? So hit Command V, there you go. Now if I did Command X again and click this instead and hit Command V, you'll notice it goes in front. So Command V actually goes in front of the thing that you're clicking. So that's really helpful to know, especially when you're doing different layers and stuff. So it's not just paste, it's actually paste in front of the thing that you're clicking. So that can really be helpful when you have lots of layers and want to put something in the front. By the way, you can also do commands, shortcut keys for front and back. I like using the vector shortcuts here with arrange, but if you want to use some keyboard shortcuts instead, you can. And the way you can find that is if you go to layers and hit arrange and move, and you'll see all the shortcut keys, to front, forward one, back one, to back, right? So we have this bracket, so this command bracket moves it forward, and command shift bracket, the right bracket makes it go all the way in the front. So let me show you what I mean. So this one's already in the front. Let's pick one that's all the way in the back. If I hit command and the bracket, right bracket, you notice it moves up. You can notice the layer over here. It moved it to the middle part. If I do it again, it moves it all the way to the top. Now I can do the backwards of that, which is the left bracket, back, back, back. You can see it's all the way in the back. Now if I did command shift right bracket, boom, all the way to the front. Same thing, command shift left bracket, all the way to the back. You see how it moved in the layer. So those are some nice shortcut keys, especially if you have a lot of layers and you want to move it just to the right spot. You also have this, to be honest, I probably use this more up here, this arrange. It does the same thing, forward, forward, back, back, to the front, to the back, and so on. So you don't need those shortcut keys, but it is kind of cool trying to do it on the keyboard. Now, one that you probably know already is Command G, boom, and that will put it in a group. See it in the layers? Now they're all in a group. Now Command Shift G, boom, will take it out of the group. So Command G puts it in the group, Command Shift G, and again, use Control. I'll have it down here so you can see it for PC. Now, there's also undo and redo, which I use a lot. So let's say you move this all the way here, but you did that by accident. If you hit Command Z, it puts it back there. But if you hit Command Shift Z, it does redo. So it kind of undoes the undo. So it puts it back in there. So Command Z and Command Shift Z for redo. Now the other ones, the ones that I want to show you have to do with text. So let's put some text in here. I'm just gonna do text, the word text here, and make it bigger. Let's use all caps. Oh, not test. What am I doing? Text. There we go. Okay, first thing I want to show you is making the text bigger and smaller. Now, of course, you can just grab the corners like this, but there is a shortcut key for that. So highlight all of this, hit Command, Shift, and there's an arrow at the bottom of your keyboard. It's actually the one above the dot. So that's why you're holding down Shift, because you're actually using the arrow. So it's Command, Shift, and the period or the arrow above the period in that key. And you can see it goes up by 4, I believe, 4 points. And if you do the opposite with the left arrow or the comma, you go down. There you go, up and down. Now, another thing that I use a lot here is if I select all of these and do Option, hold down Option key, and the actual arrow on the left, right, down arrow on the side of your keyboard, hopefully you have one of those big keyboards that have it, you can see the spacing. So this will make it looser. If you hit the right arrow, this going on the left arrow will actually make it tighter. So if you want things to come in, or you want things to get out, and that's just the space between the letters. There you go. So that's Option, not Command, Option, and the arrow key, the actual arrow, left, right, up, down arrow. So the right arrow and the left arrow. All right, now one that I use a lot and I think most people know is the print one. So Command P, boom, and there you go. It opens up your print settings. You don't have to go to the menu here, and you can set any one of these and then hit print. I'm going to cancel this. I don't need a print. And the last one that I think everybody knows is Command S, and it will pull up a save. Since I didn't save this, I can name it whatever. It's a .af file for the Affinity, and then it can save to wherever you want it. You can put it on any of these folders. By default, I think it goes to downloads, and then you can hit save. I'm going to cancel this. So I think those are all of them. Let me check if I missed any. Yeah, I think that's all of them that I wanted to share. Again, come down here. You can see all the shortcuts. There's one right there. Open. What we didn't do? Close. Save as. I use a lot. Print. Let's see. Edit. Let's see. Find. Actually, I don't use find a lot, but it's there. Select all. Deselect. Cut, copy. Those are the ones that we talked about. There's that duplicate selection. Paste. So paste style. Paste different things you can do in there. Let's see. Document ones. We have this rotate. This is a really complex one. You can rotate. I don't use that a lot, but you can do it. Setup. You got text stuff in here. There's some text ones that we did with the bigger and smaller. So if you ever forget any of these, you can watch this video again, but also you can just go through some of these right here and practice these. I didn't do all of these paragraph ones and so on. There's some vector ones, new container layer. I didn't do create symbol, and some other ones like this. But there's a bunch. There's a lot more shortcuts, but I think these ones that I showed you are the ones that I use the most when doing it, and it just really helps, especially with the text. I use this one a lot with the making the text have space between it or not, and you can do it individually too. So if you want to put right there in the middle of these two and just do those, you can do that as well. You don't have to do the whole word. You can just do it in between. So sometimes that actually helps me because sometimes like a and a T could be closer. You can see that space right there. We can move it a lot closer to each other. But by default, I think it's like this. And so it kind of looks funny. So hopefully this video is really helpful for you. Use these and become a pro with Affinity by Canva. All right, so there you go. Those are my top 17 keyboard shortcuts for Affinity by Canva. Hopefully these are really helpful. If I missed any ones that you used a lot, let me know that in the comments. And if you haven't seen my video with Affinity by Canva, me going over all the tools with the vector tools, I'll put that video right here. I think that can be really helpful if you haven't used Affinity before. You can see how to use those. And I have a bunch of videos as well on how I've used them to create design. So look for those on my channel. Thanks again for watching. And as always, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one.